Is he coming? Hmm. Hello. Yes. You got a practice session, and then you got a qualifying session. He's the race hasn't started yet. The Belgian guy is not here. He's doing something with his family. Cougar. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna start the session. Yeah. Yeah, the wife beat his drink. Alright guys, good luck. Enjoy yourselves. He hasn't loaded the game up yet. But it's got a 15-minute practice session and a qualifying session to join, so got plenty of time to join. Hello everyone, welcome to the EDC Weekend Cup Round 5 Donington Park National Race 1. We have a 41 lap race this evening, and it will be around the short version of the Donington Park racetrack. The weather slots for this evening will be medium cloud, clear, medium cloud, and it will have a spot of rain. The practice sessions will be 15 minutes practice sessions, and then 10-minute qualifying pole shootout. The practice session, of course, which is on right now, will involve a little bit of dry weather followed by a little bit of rain to give the drivers some practice in the right. So the standings for after last week's race is at Alton Park Island. It's Morsey sitting on 62 points. He was also a back-to-back race winner, so he'll be looking to add a fourth race victory. Kimpster is in second with 54 points. Mr. Sulu 49 points in third place. Mr. Jiffers in fourth with 38 points. Hansman 78 has 34, and Nacleto has 33, and he's not racing this evening. Lomis has 30 points, he didn't race last weekend. Ashid has 28. Anyway, Cougar is not racing this evening, he has 26. Winky has 21 points. Rewan John, he has 16 points. Russworth Jason has 16 points. Rico has 13 points. And Maz Gaz has 10 points. A little bit of information about the track that we'll be racing on. It's the short version of Donington Park. It cuts out the bottom half, which was added in the Grand Prix for the Grand Prix track. This particular track is yeah, a little bit of background there. So the national circuit is 1.9 miles long. It cuts out all the bottom chicane and hairpin. So we'll take a look and see the drivers as they put it all around. Expecting times in around about the 120, 126, 27 range. We'll take a look at the other drivers as they go around. We'll have a look at Mickey. This tight little track, it's quite technical as it cuts out the bottom half of the chicane, which is quite difficult on its own. Known as the S's, and the Melbourne hairpin, which has quite a few entanglements around that corner. So 10 minutes left of this session. So look, someone's parked up. So at the moment Winky's the fastest, over 128.7. The rain starts just coming in now. Give them some practice in the wet. There's only light rain, so it shouldn't really affect them that much. It's only a light, it's not quite. Kimson's now gone the fastest at 127.5. Well, two cars going side by side there. Not really much to commentate really on in the qualifying session. We'll just see now who can handle the rain. Who drives in car? Let's activate the windscreen wipers. minutes left of this practice session. Still Kim's to the fastest. The light rain on this game kind of acts like heavy rain. I'm quite sure they have quite got the gist of the difference between the two of them. Now see the spray starting to kick off the cars. Mr. Sudu. Oh, no. He obviously didn't want to get the camera curse, which was happening a lot last week, so he jumped straight off the track. Rain times will start bringing down the times as the track will start getting more and more damp. Hopefully we'll get a lot more battles this week on this much more shorter track than we did. Unlike we did last week, the Ireland tracks was a bit too long for them. A lesson I've learned for the next car will definitely be on short tracks. As we're now into the last 5 minutes of this practice session, so you start seeing the puddle start to form in the. The qualifying session, of course, will be completed in the dry, so they won't have to worry about the rain until the last slot of the race. It won't really depending on how quickly it arrives, depending on how much it will affect the race. Everyone's set up their pit strategy this week, and we don't have a repeat of a 15-minute penalty that we had to issue last week. Make sure they change all 4 tyres. I hope this man has learnt from his mistakes as well, from 2 weeks ago when he delayed his pit stops a bit too much. Cost him two race wins. So because of the rain is affecting this session, it probably will not be a real judge of the pace that these people will be driving, so we'll have to misstare us a little bit. Lose a little bit of control there through that last chicane at the S's. which is Norris going to give us a donut demonstration. And looks like Jay has joined. Jay has joined us, so we have a latecomer. He should be out. I don't think he will get into this. I don't think he'll get into this practice session, but he will get into the qualifying session. Novice attempt doing donuts in the gravel trap. Well, it would be impossible for it to blow up the engine. He's attempting to do some drift manoeuvres. To try and see how he performs in the Red Bull. Put him on. So now the last minute of this session. Qualifying session will begin straight away after this, and we'll see who has the pace to take pole here. Hopefully we don't have any incidences into the first corner. That's the practice session overdone. We now do the mandatory countdown, of course, as people are trying to complete their laps, so we have to just wait for this session, for this time to finish off. As Norris continues to do his donuts out on track. It's about 75. Well, we don't have to worry about the timing of this session anyway. We'll see who will be pole. Thomas goes across. So from the timing screen on that left, we've kind of figured out that that the exclamation mark that turns up is actually that they have received a time penalty and they have to slow down. There's the practice session over and done with. There's not really much more we can gauge from the times there, so we'll just go straight into the qualifying session. Wish everyone good luck. Okay, so this is a 10-minute qualifying session. We'll now see who will be the first to dive out here and who will try to take pole here for race 1 here at Donington. So we'll see who was the first person to come out, and it looks like it's Winky who's got out first. So Winky will be our pace setter. So because it's such a short lap, we'll probably get quite a few people get laps in here. Obviously some will delay their lap time to go out as the track will start to get more rubbered in. Basically the way this game works, if you go back into the pit lane and start again, you get another, your clock normally does start, depending on how far away you are from the start line. The pit entry here is quite difficult on the GP track as you come around the hairpin at the end. It shouldn't be that much difficult on this national track. Hopefully people will be able to find their way around. So we'll follow Winky as he goes round, start his lap. So we'll go on in car with him. Going around the first corner here at Redgate, corner number 1. So he gets a bit wide on the exit. Down turn 2. At Craner's Curve. There was a big off in the touring car here a few years ago. Down through turn 4, the old hairpin. Through this quick left-hander, turn 5, up through Starkey's Bridge. Through turn 6, eases down now through McLean's, which is turn 7. Now powering up towards the hilltop high crest corner of Copperas. Watch you don't touch too much of that corner there, as you will lose you will not only lose the end of the car but also lose your time. Now onto Starkey Straight. Here we'll go left on the GP track. You now go through turn 9. This is chicane on the national circuit. Onto the Wyckoff Straight, and he will go across the line set the first time, which is a 1:28.3, and he's beaten by, and he's easily beaten. Thomas goes provisional pole with a 1:27.4 at 1:8. There with a 1:28.134. Rico goes third with a 1:28.217. Kimster has is fourth with a 1:28.340. So these are only their first times. Again, I forgot to turn off notifications like a numpty. That's a really good time there by Nomis of 1:27.4. See what he does for his third lap. There's Jay and Morty still to go out yet, with about 5.5 minutes left of this session. So Nomis has got a bit of, might get a bit of a tow here, might help him Has anyone improved their times here? We'll have a look. Kingston does with a 1:27.586. Nomis also improves with a 1:27.384. Still no time set from Jay, Madgaz, Hans or Morsey. Looks as though Hans has got a cut penalty for that last corner, so he might lose this time. He does get it in at 1:38. I'm wondering where Morsey is. She's got 4 minutes to get out on track. As does Jay. He's just look at that, those two are still sitting in the pits. They must be very confident that they're going to try and win the race from back there. So we now have a gaggle of cars here all slipstreaming off each other. This is what we would probably expect to see in the race, as Nomis has contact with somebody there. Nomis approves again, 1:27.13 despite the contacts. Not sure who he made contact with. It was Winky he hit. As Rico goes fastest now for 1:26.78. So he's now 300 tenths faster than everyone else at the moment. As last week's race winner Morsey has now come out of the pits. I think he's seen enough, but he's got just under 3 minutes to try and get some lap times in. As he goes for race win number 4. Still to exit the pit lane is Jay. He seems to be hiding like a hopefully Jiffers has more luck this week. He was struggling with the car in the more drier temperatures last week. Because I set the rest dates at 2 different ones, so this is set in the middle of spring, and he had some problems with it when we moved it to June. He had some tyre heating issues. Morsey now going to set his time. He sets a banker for 1:37. He should have time to go back round if he gets it. If he gets a quick time here, he might have time to go back round again for a third shot at pole. At the moment, it is Rico who sits pretty at the head of the grid. Sure, Nomis is competitive, so I will not let him take pole here. Nomis will also get another chance here as he will cross the line with 50 seconds to go. So he'll get one more shot at this as well. If he doesn't take provisional pole here. He doesn't, so he'll have one more chance. Who that is in front of him. So it's Thomas who's in front of him. Both sitting on the same near identical lap times from the two of them. Nomis does have pace. She gets out of the way of Nomis. So now we're on the countdown now. This is going to be last chance saloon. He does a 127.6. That put him in the mid pack. So out on track. This will be our pole shootout between Nomis and Rico. Rico, look, he's just coming around to Coppice. Well, Nomis is about to complete his lap, so has Nomis taken pole? He has not. So it looks like Rico will be pole for this race. So it is going to be Rico on pole, and it looks like we missed Sulu's time there. As Rico went even faster of a 126.240. Impressive pole time, but we didn't see Sulu's very quick pace there as he slots into second place in front of Nomis. So we will get the official starting grid after the time session is ticked down. But congratulations to Rico for pole position. So this will be your starting grid for this race. It will be Rico Bats on pole, followed by Mr. Sulu in second, Nomis third, Thomas fourth, Kimster fifth, Morsey sixth, Winky in seventh, Jiffers in eighth, Hansmad ninth, Ashhead in 10th, Mad Gaz 11, and Jay with no time in 12th. Okay, so it's a 41. So we're going 41 lap race, mandatory pit stop. Again, the slots for this will be medium cloud, clear, medium cloud, and light rain at the end. So we hopefully everyone will change their tyres. And then wish everyone good luck as we now go to the start grid. So we're going to just have to wait 2 minutes for everyone to set their cars up, get their pit strategies laid out. Hopefully set them, make sure that they have ones that also changes all 4 tyres. We don't want to have anyone not changing their tyres. So we'll see who will get the drive down to Red Gate. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Race 1 from the Donington National Park as Rico gets a bit bogged down here at the start. It looks like Sulu's going to trying to take the lead here into Red Gate. All battling out here. Who has the whole shot? and it is, and they're all quite comfortably through there as they now come down here through Craner curve. It's Rico in the lead. So Nomis has managed to get up into second place through the old hairpin. Just look back to make sure there's no incidences back. But everyone seems to have got cleanly through. So it's Rico from Nomis, from Sulu, from looks like Morsey got a good start as well from his starting from position. He stopped himself. So it's like Thomas has a slow down penalty. Everyone's trying to get feelers now. About for second place, and it's like Morty's moved into has moved it. Looks like someone has already started to make an early stop. Looks like Thomas has gone in early. I don't know if that's for damage or it's quite a quick stop, so I don't think he's changed tyres if he has gone in to fix any damage. That was quite a quick stop. So Rico still holds the lead. He now seems to have opened up a one. He has a about nearly 2 second lead on Morsey in second place. Which winning streak seems to is going to be under threat this week, it would seem. Go back. This battle developing for fifth place. Kimpson seems to be in control here. Sulu's early race challenge him, saw him in second place. It seems to have fallen off here. Don't think it might be penalty issues. Here on the looking to attack Kimp. It looks like they're looking to attack Kimpster here for fifth place. Kimpster and Sulu seem to have a nice little battle here for fourth place. It's like Nomis is our first victim of the penalty system. Take a look and see what time penalty he has received when we get late into the race. At the moment there's not really much point looking. Just keeps the looks on the inside here of Sulu. So it's a really challenging corner of Coppice. Still as it looks as though Kimpster's under threat from he's under threat here from Jiffers as they go into the Essex chicane. And well done there by Jiffers. He moves into fifth place. A little bit of contact there from Kimpster as he exits the Essex. But will Winky take advantage here as they go free abreast into Redgate? Kimpster is going to try, so we'll take back fifth place as I come down towards the old hairpin. Deceiving fast corner this is. Jeffers has it under control. So So Rico has been closed down by Morsey. As Ashhead seems to have caught up with this squabble for 5th place. So we're starting to get a bit of a gap now on Jiffers, so he'll start needing to break away here as he tries to chase down Nomis. As Kimster tries again on the inside on S's, but that's going to cost him, as it looks like Winky's going to take advantage here. He's going to mash it on his inside here at Redgate. Which one of these is going to be brave enough to try and take this? As Winky's forced out onto the dirt at Redgate. So here's our race leader, Rico. Still leading from Morsey in second. Nomis sitting in 3rd place. Sulu's now managed to get a bit of a gap now in 4th. Jiffers is leading the battle from Ashhead and Kimster's into him, and will now be having a little bit of a battle here for 6th place. This is once more. Should not benching back up again. As it seems to have missed where Jiffers seems to have taken over overtaken Sulu to move into 4th place. Through this, for the old hairpin is all 4 of these cars not. Winky looks as though he's starting to check close and back down again. Pretty sure this mid-pack battle was going to be probably one of the most exciting of this race. We'll keep an eye on the times between our race leader and Morsey. Seems to be holding around about 1 second from the timing screen. So it's Jiffers from Sulu, from Ashhead and from Kimster. 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Trying to get everything they can out of these little cars. Sulu going to attack Jiffers here at S's. He's not. He's going to build up enough momentum down the Wyckoff straight to try and take him at Redgate. He goes on the inside at Redgate. Who'll be the braver ones on the brakes here, and that's excellent driving there by Sulu, but his Jiffers coming back at him. No, he's comfortably moved into 4th place. Excellent move there. So Ashhead is going to move into 6th place here. There's lots of people now getting penalties all around. Now Jiffers is now under threat here from Ashhead. A bit of a wheel kiss there. That will force force Jiffers out wide. He might have got a ping there from the penalty system. It's Ashhead now moves into 5th place. So as things are quieting down, we'll have a look at the penalties that people have got. So not much in the range really. It's just 1 second penalty there for Morsey, 1 second penalty for Nomis. Sulu has a 2 second penalty, 1 second penalty for Kimster, 2 seconds for Jiffers and Winky. Not really race defining at the moment. Of course, if you accumulate 10 seconds, you will get a drive-through penalty. So Nobbs is about 3.5 seconds back on Morsey in second place. He's still around maintaining about Rico is still maintaining about 1.5 second lead. They're matching each other on lap times as well. So now the track temperature will start to drop a bit as we enter towards the night session. Thomas, who did take an early pit on the lap 1, but I don't think he took on new tyres, so he might be receiving a time penalty for that. Back to this exciting mid-pack battle. So looking to see if we can get an angle here on Ashed. Competitors tonight, teammates of course in the midweek championship, currently leading the team championship. Pretty sure there's no team orders here tonight between these two. Back onto the end of Kimster's car. Kimster must have received a time penalty. Jeffers looked to dive on. Have an advance, and will have a chance to attack Kimster at this lap. He doesn't look like he will. Ashid and Sulu seem to so will Ashid cut him off there. Brilliantly done. But Ashid will take some slipstream here through this very fast bottom half of the through Craner's curves, fast corners here. That try to maintain the speed into the old hairpin. So Rico's now all 4 of the front runners now have time penalties. He's now under threat now from Morsey. Morsey trying the old light flashing trick. I've never actually ever seen that work, even in real life. I'm trying to attempt to put the flashy lights to put someone off. I mean, pretty much everyone drives either chase cam or bonnet cam, so I don't think they can actually see the lights flashing at them, so it's not much of a point. But I guess it looks really nice on the camera angle. Jiffers has pitted, so that's one of the mid-pack has come in. So you see hands will take him on track. And will be also taken by Thomas. I think we'll be reviewing. I don't think Thomas changed his tyres. So it's as though Sulu has managed a gap on, a big gap, on Ashhead. So the people who have now officially pitted is Thomas and Jiffers. Caught back up with Ashhead down the Wyckoff straight here. A lovely view of the setting sun. Quite blinding on this track. Oh, Kimster there held that, got a bit wide. Still going, which is good. Last week he pulled up around about this time, so it's nice that he's still circulating. Go back to this battle for 6th place between Kimster and Ashhead. Kimster moves up into 5th. Winky we're looking to chase them down. And frantically flashing his lights in the background there. I think it might be Morse code for I'm going to crash into you in the next few laps. Seems to have rediscovered his groove after the earlier issues. The issues he was having a few laps back. A nice comfortable lead on Morsey, 2.5 seconds. There's another further 2 seconds back to Thomas in 3rd. Sulu seems to have opened up a gap himself on the squad in 5th place. Kimster, who seems to be, him and Ashhead seem to be constantly changing places throughout the course of a lap. So Ashhead look into this corner to see if we can. So there's a good little battle here developing between these three. Ashhead has fallen back into the clutches of Winky. Pit stop should bring people more closer together. Continue watching this battle for 5th between Ashhead and Kimster. little bit with Ashhead. See this battle from his perspective. Ignore the fact that there's no gear. Oh, he's going to be squeezed out a little bit there. Oh, that was... He was given no room there by Kimster. You can hear the engine of Winky's car behind. Yeah, there is Winky. He takes full advantage of Ashhead running onto the grass. The ultimate opportunist there, Winky. Seems as though we're hearing from the drivers, a lot of people seem to be getting penalties on this tiny little track. Even its GP version is quite harsh on penalties. It's all about trying to find your line. As Morsey now has 7 seconds now, he's quite close to a drive-through. He needs to start trying to keep the car between the white lines. A drive-through, and that does not count as a pit stop. So back to this again. This battle between 5th, 6th, and 7th between Gimster, Winky, and Ashhead. We saw earlier, Ashhead nearly got position on, nearly took 5th from Kimster and was edged out a little bit. We'll view it as a racing incident. I'm sure Ashhead won't. Seems to be moving away from Sudo here, but he'll probably be ignoring the fact that he knows that Morsey is a penalty away from a drive-through. It's only a short pit lane, but it still will be full advantage there to anyone who is chasing. Is Morsey on our race leader for Rico, who's been leading now for a good 17 laps. Night has fallen now across Donington. It's all over the back of Rico's car into the last chicane. No dice there. Be careful over the rumble strip there. Really look for a move on the inside or the outside here. Got more better of a drive out the corner than Rico, so they go side by side. Through Trainer curves for the old hairpin. Try not to make any contact as they move straight up into Starkey's Bridge. Now through McLean's. It's all good at the moment here, but I'm sure Morsey will be looking to try and get past. It looks like Nomis has closed in on these, closed a little bit on these two as they continue to battle out for this race lead. Leave the battle for the race lead as we go back to this battle for 5th place. We've been at this for a while now between these three. Same, the 3 usual suspects as well: Kimster, Winky and Ashhead. That's Ashhead. I think he's going into the pit lane. He is. So Ashhead has pitted. Thomas has pitted, but didn't change tyres, and Jiffers has pitted. Sometimes he's up into 7th place, but he will probably receive a time penalty. Back to our battle for the race lead between Morsey and Rico. These two have been taking chunks out of each other in lap time terms, but not so much in exchanging paint. Rico still holds on to that race lead. Morsey is all over the back of him here. Going now down for Rick for the week. Not this time between for Morsey, but every time that these two try and take, as these two continue to battle, Nomis is closing in. Nomis has a do or die attitude, so he will exchange paint between these two if it's for the race lead. So do expect him to scratch some of that white paint over these green and red cars, so a back markers can get involved here. Leave this little battle to go and see how the battle between Kimster and Winky for 5th. Zero's comfortably got a 5-second lead on these two, I think, as these two continuously battle. So Nomis has now joined this battle for 1st place, as both Rico and Morsey have both been squabbling for this race lead, and has brought him back into this race. Nomis, of course, he's doing miles faster times than these two, as he now looks goes on the outside of Morsey for 2nd place, and he gets it done as he moves into 2nd place. Perfectly done. He has clearly waited and waited, and he can wait no more. He's now in 2nd. See if we can chase down Rico now for first place. So we have another pitter in hands that's coming. Good little battle here developing between Morsey and Nomis. This will fully advantage Rico. He will look to get away from the two of them. Winky and Kimster's like they're starting to get a gap now on Winky. As he looks to chase down Sulu in fourth. Lomas has received a time penalty now. He's back on it. So we've gone past the halfway stage of this race. So official pitters so far have been Hands, Ashad, Jiffers and Thomas. Although Thomas didn't change all four tyres, so he will be receiving a time penalty at the end of the race. So everyone else in front still has to go into the pit lane. So take a look again at the timing screens, the fastest lap so far, and also see the time penalties. These are our race leaders seem to have accumulated quite a lot. Here we've got 6 seconds for Rico, 7 for Morsey, 3 for Nomis. Quite rare to see him get time penalties. Sulu 5 seconds, 4 for so at the moment the fastest lap is Morsey, 1:26.048. I don't see anyone faster. We're having some issues here. I think he's coming up to that J in last at the moment. Exclamation mark, that's not good for him. It's a time penalty. He could be in trouble. So when our race leaders dive in, goes even faster now. 1:25.9 from him. He's definitely on it. faster than both the people that he's around. Might have got help from a little bit of slipstream, but Morsey's challenging here for the race lead, and he's going around on the outside, and he has nailed it, and he takes the lead. It was coming a few laps back, and he's got it done now. He's the fastest man on the track. As we see droplets of rain now on the camera. The rain is now starting to come down. Oh, Rico has to come back at Morsey here. I think the rain will be affecting that much. The track looks still a bit dry, as both Morsey and Rico now dived in, and he's now Nomis is now our race leader. So who will come up first here between those two? Sulu coming around here and through the last chicane. He should move up into second place here. Winky also moves up. And Rico rejoin in 5th and 6th respectively, and it sounds as though we have our first victim of the penalty. It is Winky. He will have to submit to a drive-through session, so he will have to take that before his pit stop. It's now Nomis from Sulu, from Kimster. Those will still have to pit. Winky will have to do 2 stops, unfortunately for him. As Matt Gaz comes into the pit lane. Winky's now coming through to his drive-through. He's been a bit of luck here that the pit lane here is not very long, so it won't really affect him that much. So he comes from his drive-through. Morsey takes over 4th place from him. Winky does have the luck of the draw here, really, because he can pick when he's going to take his mandatory. That doesn't count against him. Winky has slid out in front, in the middle of Morsey and Rico. Ow. Morsey went off there, and he's going to have to slow down, otherwise he'll get a time. He doesn't want to pick up any more penalties, otherwise he'll have to submit to a drive-through. Winky takes over 4th place from him. The 5th place seems to be a real hot spot for battles in this race. mistakes from 2 weeks ago. Will his delays stop too much? No, he's not. As he comes in for his stop, he comes in. So has he got enough to cut off? Has he got enough to cut off? Because he wants to try and get out in front of Morsey, who did slow down a little bit. So Sulu will effectively take over the race lead here. So into the lead goes Sulu. Kimster slot second. He's still to come in. There's Nomis exiting the pit lane now. You see the lights of Winky and Morsey in the distance, and he has cut them off. That was excellent timing there from Nomis. So I think he surrendered his position. As former race leaders have all swapped over, but 12 seconds down the road is Sulu. He's about 14 seconds to Kimster, so they'll try to open up a gap here. If they're going to try and cut them off. So now the rain is starting to come down a bit now. So we have 11 laps left. We have 11 laps remaining now of this race. It's Kimster from Sulu, from Nomis. These two are battling again now, Morsey and Rico. So this track's now going to start getting a little bit greasy now as this rain starts to come more and more down. As Rico is now attacking Morsey for 4th place, and he's got it done. But Morsey, is he going to come back at him? No, he's not. It's a good pass there by Rico. What's he going to look back at him here? No, he's not. So, but what will happen down here? Sulu's now into the pits for his mandatory. Comes Nomis into 2nd place. Go and Morsey both come through here. Linky, of course, he still has to stop. And Thomas. Sulu will come out. You see the lights of Jiffer's not coming around yet, so Sulu's done enough to get out in front of Jiffer's. As he has. So now Only 2 people left to come into the pits, and that's Kimster and Winky. Of course, Winky had that drive through. So he essentially has to do double pits. So I think we've got a stationary car on track. Yes, we do. It's Jay getting stationary on track. Not sure whereabouts that is. So it's at the chicane. So we have a stationary car there. Jay again stationary. Seems to have shaken off Morsey's challenge after we got past him. And now the lap times will start dropping because of the rain. You can see they're peppering off the front of the car. They're taking a little bit of liberty with the corner. So it's Kimpson now into the pit lane for his mandatory stop. So this will take the race lead back. Definitely Numbers has learnt from his mistakes. Where will Kimster come back out? This round comes Sulu. Seems like Kimster's just leaving the pit box now. Sulu takes over 6th place. So now here's our race leader. Looking to take a race win in the Weekend Cup. So 7 laps remaining of this race. Will Novice be able to hold off Rico? He does have an advantage of 3 seconds on him through penalties. It seems as though only Magaz and Jay didn't receive any penalties, although Jay is currently stationary. So he does have, so technically he does have 5 seconds to play with on this. So tomorrow's race, of course, will be reverse grid from the result from this evening. And will start wet. 36 laps now left of this race. Kibble still does have to come in for his stop. Battles going on. Jiffers has comfortably got 58 seconds on hands. Who himself is a lap up on Magaz. And it's like Jay has started back up again. See what's going to happen here for our race lead. As off goes in the background there, you see Rico fall off. That's going to alleviate some pressure on Nomis. Who's effectively third, because he does have to go in to the pits for his stop. It has been a good drive for him though this evening. Winky, he'll be proud of himself. As he looks to take position, he goes on the outside of Winky and he moves into third place. As you now look to see if he can chase down Rico for second place with 5 laps to go. What he needs to do, a little bit careful, try not taking too much of that chicane. I think the penalties kind of start getting relaxed with the track gets more and more wet. So 4 laps remaining now. Can comfortably start to ease off, but he never will. He has 4 seconds plus 3 seconds change over Rico. I think he will need to does need to come in, otherwise if he doesn't come in for his mandatory stop, he will get disqualified. Cross comes on us now with I'll have 3 laps remaining of this race. He's still not coming in. battles developing. There wasn't that many. He's now getting away from Winky. Winky, of course, is under pressure from Thomas. We'll have to discuss with the what's going to happen with Thomas, because he clearly didn't change tyres when he went in on lap 2. So now, 2 laps are left. So we have 2 laps remaining as Thomas is moved in front of Morsey after he fell off. So in this lap, so this will be the lap. I think it will have to come in. Some come. So round will come for now the penultimate lap of this race. Winky for his stop. So he'll be eventually trying and getting out in front of Sulu. Here comes Sulu around the chicane. He's been followed closely by Kimster. Slots into 5th place, and Kimsek. So next person down on track that can challenge Winky is Jiffers. I think he should get in front of him. So round comes Jiffers onto the last chicane, and Winky exits the pits. So he's go on board here for the last lap of this race with our race leader. I think the drivers don't know that Thomas did go in lap 2 and didn't change his tyres, so they obviously don't know that. He went, so he will be stripped of this podium place. He didn't He didn't, of course, change his tyre, so he will be stripped at this podium spot. So Morsey will finish in 4th. So Thomas will be issued a 15-second time penalty. So Nomis takes the race win. Rico will come in second place. Thomas will take third, but he will be swapped position with Morsey, who will take. Morsey will take the podium spot. Across comes Sulu to 5th place. Good race. Comes across in 6th. Winky after his unfortunate drive through, and he'll come across in 7th place, ahead of Chippers in 8th, and will complete in 9th place. Okay, so that's officially race 1 over and done with. So our official, the official final positions is Nomis 1st, Rico 2nd, Morsey will be in 3rd, Thomas 4th for not changing his tyres, 5th will be Sulu, 6th Kimster, 7th Winky, 8th Jiffers, Hans in 9th, Gaz in 10th, and Jay in 11th after his decision to stop on the track. So we will join us tomorrow from 9 o'clock for race 2 from Donington Park, and thank you very much for watching. And the grids will be reversed from this final